You may be eager to buy the iPhone 14 Pro Max, but do yourself a favor and hold on for a few months to have the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Why, you ask? The next iPhone will have amazing features, including 2 selfie cameras, a titanium body that resists scratches, and a periscope lens that will increase the magnification of photos.
Go on.
But wait, there is more. So make sure you stay with us till the end. Let us get right into it. Naming scheme. Let's start with the naming system for Apple's next flagship phone. Over the preceding 4 years, Apple's naming policy has been as follows: iPhone Mini, iPhone, iPhone Pro, and iPhone Pro Max. Apple is now replacing the Pro Max with the Ultra variant. Instead of being just a larger Pro model, the top-tier variants will allegedly have distinct features. Dynamic Island. The iPhone 15 series is predicted to continue Apple's 4 iPhone lineup. The Dynamic Island cutout seen on the iPhone 14 Pro is likely to find its way to subsequent models, indicating a unified aesthetic. This concept was popularized by display guru Ross Young. He tweeted, "Yes, Dynamic Island expected on standard models on the 15. Still not expecting 120Hz/LTPO on standard models as supply chain can't support it."
Wow, bummer, huh?
It is also anticipated that USB-C will be standard across all of the models. To be honest, I wasn't expecting that, but we'll get to it shortly. Periscope lens. In order to provide better optical zoom, the iPhone 15 Ultra will use a periscope lens. When combined with the periscope lens, the smartphone's optical zoom can be increased to an incredible 100 times its original size.
Something that might come in handy.
This is fantastic news for Apple fans who have long wished for a greater zoom range. The main sensor is said to be 48 megapixels, and it's probable that Apple will employ the same unit as the iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max, enhancing the photos with the usual software tricks. Over time, we will get more information on the iPhone 15 Ultra cameras, and if you subscribe to our channel, so will you. USB-C. For the iPhone 15 models, Apple will replace the Lightning connector with the USB-C port in order to meet upcoming standards in Europe. To conform to these regulations, Apple will include USB-C connectors in the iPhones it sells in Europe. Nonetheless, it seems that Apple was aware of this regulation prior to its implementation. In Mark Gurman's Power On newsletter, he noted that Apple has been preparing for this law. I think the company will even handily beat the due date with its most visible products. The iPhone 15 is essentially a lock to get USB-C in the fall of 2023, beating the mandate by a year. Ming-Chu Kuo claims that the USB 4.0 or Thunderbolt 1.2 standard may be included in Apple's next iPhone 15 Pro.
I look forward to that.
This would mean that the iPhone could theoretically transfer data at speeds of up to 40 gigabytes per second across a connection, which is more than 80 times faster than the present maximum speed of USB 2.0. As a result, the enhanced speed that Thunderbolt delivers is ideal if you're creatively working with huge ProRes video files. In particular, the news that the iPhone 15 Ultra would have not 1 but 2 selfie cameras has piqued many people's interest. Keep watching to find out more. Qualcomm 5G modems. All iPhone 15 models will be equipped with a Qualcomm 5G modem. It is said that TSMC will be the main manufacturer of the Qualcomm modem, popularly assumed to be the upcoming X70, and that it will be manufactured using the 5nm and 4nm technologies. However, in a recent earnings announcement, Qualcomm updated its expectation to include the vast majority of iPhone 5G modem chips from its original estimate of barely 20%. The news that Apple will quit making iPhone 5G modems altogether in 2023 is a serious setback to the company's semiconductor division, considering Apple's superb reputation for superior control and ingenuity with its A and M series CPUs.
They make the rules.
A17 processor. The A17 Bionic processor in all models of the iPhone 15 Pro is being developed by TSMC for its second generation of 3nm technology, which will increase the device's performance and energy efficiency. If Apple continues to save its latest CPU for the Pro models of its next iPhone lineup, that trend might continue through 2023. Selfie. Even though the iPhone 15 Ultra won't be the first smartphone to have dual selfie cameras, it's still a significant improvement over the previous model. Per a tweet by leaker Majin Buu, according to what is reported by my source, iPhone 15 Ultra will have 2 front cameras, USB-C, and will start from 256GB. iPhone 15 Pro instead will always start from 128GB and will have USB-C but only 1 front camera. The inclusion of a second front-facing camera in the iPhone 15 Ultra is indicative of Apple's intention to enhance the quality of its selfie camera. If this news excites you, why why don't you give this video a thumbs up? However, having two separate selfie cameras seems unnecessary. For now, we can only speculate that the two lenses will serve as an ultra-wide selfie lens and a more powerful zoom. However, it will make it easier for you to take group photos without resorting to the awkward arm out of socket pose. It might employ a dual lens system to take photos with more sharpness and clarity, or it could allow for a shallower depth of field in selfies, therefore drawing more attention to the subject.
Ooh, that's a great photo, so lifelike.
Solid-state volume and power buttons. The iPhone 15 Pro version's solid-state volume and power buttons might look like the iPhone 7's home button. Instead of the mechanical button used by iPhones presently, which is physically depressed, a solid-state button would utilize haptic feedback to imitate the sensation of a button push. If Apple chooses to implement solid-state buttons for the iPhone 15 Pro models, it may opt to put two more haptic engines on the left and right sides of the device. A solid-state architecture could be able to keep water out, but it would need new iPhone cover designs that allow for continual physical access to the volume and power buttons. Titanium chassis. Apple's iPhone 15 Ultra, which has a bezel-less OLED display, will be housed in a sturdy titanium chassis. If the suspicions of a titanium alloy chassis in the iPhone 14 Pro models are true, the iPhone 15 Ultra will be the first iPhone to use titanium rather than aluminum. With this chassis, your phone will be more durable, lasting longer with improved resistance to scratches and corrosion. Adding titanium to the iPhone 15 Ultra would definitely raise the price, but more on that later. A portless iPhone? Another speculation is the iPhone 15 Ultra will be portless, although the latest iPhone does allow for some wireless functionality. For instance, the MagSafe connection allows for cordless charging, AirDrop allows for wireless file sharing, and wireless headphones allow for audio playback without the need for cords. Apple may be thinking about finally going wireless after all the money it spent on the finest wireless headphones. Release date. On September 12, 2023, Apple is scheduled to debut the new iPhone 15 Ultra and the rest of the iPhone 15 lineup.
Getting excited.
Every year, Apple releases a new iPhone in September. The first or second week of the month is often chosen. Pricing-wise, the current iPhone 14 range, which consists of the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus for $799, the iPhone 14 Pro for $999, and the iPhone 14 Pro Max for $1,099 is a decent indication of what to expect. The price difference between the iPhone 14 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Ultra will be $200. According to leaks, Apple iPhone 15 Ultra will cost substantially more to manufacture than iPhone 14 Pro Max. From everything we've heard so far, it's clear that the iPhone 15 Ultra will pose a serious threat to the next flagship devices.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
But the iPhone 14 Pro Max is a fantastic phone, so there's no need to upgrade unless you just want to keep up with the Joneses. Anyway, which of these features can't you wait for? Please share with us in the comments section below.